Hello, and how are you? Okay, what's up, girl, boy, child, people? Okay. I said, well, let me just come on here and put a face on the video. Okay. I ain't trying to hide, boo, because there's nothing that I say that's not true. Okay. So we're not playing with the wrongdoing head ass motherfuckers anymore. Mm-mm. It's over, boo boo. It's over for you. I'm sick and fucking tired of it now. Okay. So I got another wrongdoer for you to tell you about. I was thinking like maybe once a week I might come on here and share some wrongdoers and shit like that, what the fuck they be doing, and try to get your feedback in the comments and shit and what you feel. Okay. So let me tell you about this wrongdoer, motherfucker. Okay. Well, I participated in an actual panel interview, okay? For an OR fellowship at a hospital. Well, it's two separate locations. They had a panel of people from one location where the fellowship takes place, and then a panel of people from an alternate location. Now, the first panel of people, um, their personalities and stuff just really didn't sit well with me, really. Anyway, I have a great sense of discernment. I really do. Yeah. And just, it was kind of just off and weird. And it was so crazy because my computer was messing up. It was very difficult for me to get logged in and things like that. But now in hindsight, I'm looking back like it was a motherfucking sign, like, hell to the, you don't want to be a part of this shit here. Probably. Probably. Okay. So let me tell you what happened in this one. It was a panel, right? And it was like a manager, and she was just looking corny as fuck, and she was looking all stern and weird and shit like that. First of all, I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I might be silly and all that shit. I'm actually very highly educated. Yeah. So, I do actually consider myself to be an asset when I go participate in people's programs and work their jobs and shit like that. Really. I really am. So, I'm not saying anything about titles or nothing. But I'm just saying, because these motherfuckers get caught up on their titles and they think that that shit means something. They really don't mean shit. Okay. I'm just as smart as you and probably smarter. How about that? Okay. So, yes, I have two associate's degrees, a bachelor's degree, MBA, and now I'm in a doctorate program. Yeah. Who, who fucking cares? Okay. I'm gonna apply for these fucking jobs and shit like that for the people, for the patients and shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that other damn shit. But you will pay me now. Okay. You ain't paying me my worth, but I'm gonna settle for what I settle for. I'll sit and I'll weigh the options and shit like that. Would I rather, because I'm doing the better good for the people and shit like that, will I go ahead and take 77,000 change shit? And I'm worth more than that bitch. Okay, and so are you, and so are you. Stop taking her shit. Fuck that. Shit, look at me. I'm on the beach and shit. I'm cold. I don't give a fuck about your shit. But anyway, back to what I said. That little manager lady was sitting there looking all stern and weird. She was gonna be a motherfucking problem anyways. She probably's one of them stuck up bitches and shit like that. Like, get the fuck out my face, okay? Anyhow, that 9 times out of 10, you would 9 times out of 10 have to check this out. Like, bitch, you think you something with that title? You're not shit. Thank you, Jesus. Go. Get on my motherfucking face before I kick you in your back. Okay. Now, let me tell you about why I say these motherfuckers is wrongdoers, right? I really was taken back. So one of the motherfucking questions was, guess. So there's this guy sitting in there, And he still has like his scrub top on and the little hat shits that they be wearing and everything like that. I like the OR. I mean, I've always wanted to be a part of the OR and learn. That's why I thought this fellowship, I'll be good to learn everything and shit like that. I was like, oh, maybe I could do it. I really overqualified to be in this shit. They really tried to, get new grads and stuff like that. But now I see why they try to get new grads and shit like that. Because they want to mold them into doing the wrongdoings and shit like that they're doing. They want to taint their minds and things like that. Mhm. Don't ever do that, nursing students. Never do that, nursing students. Never put your nursing license on the line for any motherfucking body. And they told you that shit in school. I know they did. And so you're gonna be put to the test. You will. Okay. So, but you got to just stand your ground, boo. Stand your ground, boo. Many people won't like you because you don't put your nursing license on the line, because you don't go along with everybody else. These motherfuckers doing out here wrong, doing head ass motherfuckers and shit like that. You go against the grain. You're like, that's against my morals, my values. That's not for the betterment or in the best interest of the patient. Shit like that. Or no, I ain't doing that shit. That's low down, dirty, conniving. I don't do that. I do unto others as they do unto me and shit like that. I ain't got time for y'all on that bullshit. I will tell on you though. Okay. I will tell on your ass, especially if it has something to do with public interest and shit like that. And you hurting and harming people and you're doing it deliberately because you fake as fuck. And then that's over. Tell them. I mean that shit. Yeah, we got to speak up. We have to speak out. We have to advocate. Thank you, Jesus. It's time, isn't it? It is. This is the absolute season of exposure. Everybody's getting exposed. You get exposed. You get exposed. You can expose. 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 Bitch, I done figured out how to put this background shit on my shit now. To be on here. Like, I said, Hey, but y'all like, bitch, get to the shit. What the motherfucker do? What they say? How they wrong doing it up in the bitch, okay? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what a motherfucking interview question was, huh? This motherfucker who's sitting over there, a nurse, OR fucking nurse. Do you know he had the audacity nerve and motherfucking call the ass? Let me tell you what he freaked. This how he led the shit down. I said, these bitch ass motherfuckers don't know who they're dealing with. Okay. So he said, we all bent the rules. We all bend the rules. And we all bend and break the rules sometimes. Tell me a time when, don't you hate interviews like that? Bitch, do y'all need somebody to work here or what? I got no time for this shit. I mean, what's happening? You hiring? I said, I'm ready. Let's get it going, go see a little bullshit ass training, shit like that. Let's get my paychecks and stuff like that so I can live my best life. Do my job, best of my ability. I'm not gonna just meet the expectations. I'm gonna exceed the expectations and all that shit and all that. You wasting my motherfucking time and shit like that. But then your bitch ass wanna sit up here, OR nurse at an Ohio hospital. He said, we all break the rules. We all bend and break the rules sometimes, honey. I thought, who was we? Do we? No, I mean, do you? Do you? Because basically, you just told on your motherfucking self and you just admitted to doing some fucking wrongdoing shit like that, bending and breaking rules and shit like that at the workplace, see? And you're in the OR. Mhm. So just think about it for a minute, universe. Think about it for a minute, universe. Would you appreciate an OR nurse bending, breaking the rules sometimes? What the fuck kind of rules you breaking? You leave an instrument in a bitch abdomen or something? Huh? Huh? Excuse me? Did you hear what I said? What? What you been in and breaking the rules for in the motherfucking OR? You leave some goals or something like that in somebody's shit? What's your anesthesiologist doing in there? Huh? Not paying attention? Listen to that fucking music and clapping and eating and doing all this bullshit up in there that we know that you do. Hey, if you can sing and dance and do all that and keep to the work without putting a patient at risk, if you're following standards of care, go right on ahead. We don't give a fuck about that. But what you talking about, motherfucker? Because you just sat up here and you just said you admitted. Who was we? I mean, was that a trick question? Of course, now that the information is out there in public that this particular place has an OR nurse asking that question that absolutely is inappropriate, needs eliminated. Of course, when they come to him and say, this is on social media, we got the word that the XYZ, you did this, he's going to say, oh, that's just a trick question. Yeah, we want to see what they be saying, shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you knew they wouldn't be calling me back, right? Because I said, well, I have to disagree with you in that statement that you just made. Because we all don't break the rules. We all don't bend nor break the rules. And that is in complete opposite of what you're fucking supposed to be doing. Motherfucker. I said, look here, bitch, you don't ask another motherfucker that question again. You understand me? I will get in my car right now and drive down to that OR and I'll snatch that shit off your head. What the fuck going on? How many patients get surgery when put at risk? How many people? How many people have been harmed and injured because you motherfuckers in that OR, a scrub nurse or a circulating nurse? That's one of their questions. If you want to participate in their shit, that's one of their questions they're going to ask you. So there you go. Tip. They're going to ask you, what's the difference between a circulating nurse and an OR nurse? There you go. Look it up. There was one lady sitting there, had a blue sweater on. I guess she was a scrub nurse, I guess. Yeah. They looked weird to me. They actually did kind of look like there was probably like shicey and up to no good and stuff like that. But you know, we can't judge people based on looks. You understand me? Don't do that. But based on the question that he posed, and I think they'd be making up the questions themselves. I don't know. Who's their oversight? You need to have awareness, right? They need to have awareness. The fuck. Yeah. I don't know how long I can have these videos on YouTube. I might have to come back. I might have to cut this short and do like part 2 or 3 or something like that. Yeah, but honey, just know that there's a hospital in Columbus, Ohio, boo-boo, and their OR, sponsor the OR fellowship. They said, we all bend and break the rules sometimes. We want to know out here in the public, what rules are you bending and breaking? That's what we want to know. You shouldn't be doing that. You're in the nursing field too. You bending and breaking rules and shit like that. So what do you mean by that? I don't get it. You need to be following what the standard operating procedures are. You need to be following the policies and things that are in place at your business entity. And the only way that a policy at a business entity is trumped is when you get into the legal. Your policies and shit like that at your entities don't mean a damn thing if they're not in line with laws. Understand that. I'm getting sick and fucking tired of these employees at these entities, okay? And these employers that do not look at the employees that are the actual bad fucking apples. But when someone comes along and they give the information to HR or corporate or whatever about these employees, you know, the ones that we all bend and break the rule type shit. So there's no telling what has happened to patients in there. You might be a patient one day at this particular hospital. Your family member, your loved one, or your friend. Just keep in mind, they might be bending or breaking the rules. It wasn't a trick question. That's what they do. And so when they are interviewing and shit like that, they like new grads and stuff like that. The ones kind of novice. I'm a seasoned person, so they don't want me back in there. And they fucking around and shit like that and doing wrongdoing. You need to be doing things correct. and I'm a fucking legal nurse. They like, hell no, I want this bitch in here. So, like I have said on another platform, keep your eyes peeled, attorneys. Keep your eyes peeled. Counsel will likely have opportunity to get that bag, okay? To get that bag, bitch. You could probably go put something out there to the universe right now. Have you ever been injured? Suffered a harm while at the OR at this place? Because they said they participate in bending and breaking the rules. Have you ever not had enough anesthesia? Have you, I was about to say, have you died? Right, motherfucker, spirit come back and get him. Have your loved one passed away because of something in the OR at this motherfucking place? Because they've already admitted that they've been and break the rules. Maybe they've been and broke the rules in the day you were there. Maybe. So anyway, I know that's not a good fucking fit for me. Anyways, okay. But I said too, you know what? I was gonna let y'all slide. But then I said, no, I gotta come out here and have to tell everybody. Be on guard, be on watch, ask a lot of questions, do your research, and things like that out here in the universe. This was actually Ohio, okay? They sponsor AOR Fellowship. They did conduct an interview, all right, on February the 14th, 2023. One panel was a nurse supervisor, and then over on this other screen were two nurses. A heavyset female wearing a blue sweatshirt and kind of like a husky guy. Yeah, he still had a scrub top on and that hat shit or whatever. He seemed like he was probably cool as fuck, honestly. The one who asked that bullshit ass question. But I don't know. Maybe he's being forced and wronged. I don't know. He made a poor decision in asking that question, especially to me. So I put it out here. You need to bring the awareness. You need to speak up. You need to speak out. Because now that it's out here, nobody can ever fucking say they didn't know, right? Nobody can act surprised and shit when someone gets fucking hurt in that damn OR because they're sometimes bending and breaking the rules. No thanks. If I got to go to the OR at that place, let me die. Pick anywhere else. Period. And I don't give a damn. Like I said, if you out here wrongdoing, you will get exposed. Period. I'm tired of it. And I'm gonna be the voice of everybody that's sitting back there and been fucking wrong and don't know how to get on this shit or don't want to. Something. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because now my entire livelihood has been fucked up by all these wrongdoers out here. Keep playing and shit like that. So no, I don't give a shit. Okay? Let's go ahead and get it on up out here. It's all true. So there ain't a motherfucking thing a bitch can do to me. It's the truth. The motherfucker sat up here at my Ohio Health OR. He was interviewing. He was part of the first panel at some fucking site that they be having where they be teaching these kids and shit like that coming straight out of nurse school about the OR. He asked the question. He led with the question by saying, we all bend and break the rules sometimes. No, we all don't. You do. You are part of the we, right? And there's something going on in that culture of that particular site with those particular individuals where they're bending and breaking rules. And that is cause for concern. And they need audited and they need investigated. We need to look at these medical records and shit like that. We need to see what the fuck that went on. We need to see how many incident reports and stuff like that. We need to see how many patient grievances and things, okay, have come in post participating in whatever the fuck at the OR. We need to see if any deaths, okay, have occurred at this particular OR because they've been in and breaking the rules and probably covering each other's ass and all that shit. That's done. How about we get to doing that? So maybe this video will come across the right person's desk and they'll go ahead and initiate an investigation. Never know. Lots of times what I found is when you go telling these agencies and shit that supposedly have oversight of these places like hospitals, they don't do a damn thing, honey. They don't do shit. So for you, if you've been wronged or you've been harmed, you might want to get in contact with an attorney. I'll be a witness for you. I'll tell you what they admitted to. Now, I don't remember that boy's name, but I definitely can identify him. And I told you what date it occurred. He basically admitted to. So he needs to be asked what fucking rules are being bent and broken. And has any of these incidences and occurrences where people have had complication, maybe they've been harmed and injured in the OR, have any of those instances occurred while he was at work? Or that lady who was sitting over there with that big ass blue shirt shit on? Or that manager that was looking all stern and cross-eyed and shit like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go. Ding, ding, ding. The winner of the day of the Wrongdoing Head House Motherfucker Show is the nurse at Ohio OR who's asking questions to potential candidates for an Ohio Health OR Fellowship Program, where he is leading with, we all bend or break the rules sometimes. Tell me a time when you've bent or broke the rules. Isn't that the dumbest question in the world? Is he crazy? What the fuck? Even if it's a trick question, it's inappropriate. It's stupid. Who the fuck got time to be tricking people on jobs and shit? I mean, these ain't children. Bitch, get that question is stupid. What it is I'm telling you, these is wrongdoing motherfuckers at this place. And they're trying to, because they're very selective about who they're gonna allow to be in their OR, right? Mm-hmm. So they're up there doing some wrong shit. They gotta make sure they pick the right people to be a part of that and educate them and mold them to be like them. I'll be back with more. Thank you, Jesus.